Okay, so this is me, Black Knight 87, doing a system install on a 2011 F150 FX4. I am doing a JL Audio XD705 and a clean sweep so I can use the stock head unit. I don't have the clean sweep yet tonight. Frickin' UPS messed me up. But I'm doing the amp and getting all my cables run because the clean sweep will be easy. So anyways, here is what I got done so far tonight. I got my 4-gauge monster cable pulled, and try to get down there. I pulled it through that big grommet. It has like a nipple on it. You kind of cut the nipple off and it goes right through. I found that if you put some WD-40, it'll slide through a lot easier. But if you pull, it's kind of a pain. If you pull that big grommet out of its spot, it took me about 25 minutes to get it back in place because my hands are kind of big. But anyways, I got it back in. Not a big deal. I'll mount my fuse somewhere up here and I'll hook that in right there. I ran my power down through this channel. Kind of a pain, but it's not that bad. I also ran my remote wire through it. You can see that smaller wire there. I'm going to run all my speaker wire on the other side. I just figured, I know the remote doesn't have too much voltage going through it, but I figured I'd just keep all speaker on one side and all power on one side. So then I ran it up through into the thing here. Let's see if I can get a light. Back through there. I got the plastic or the carpet taken off the wall, and then I got the amp mounted already. I've already put the seat in to see how much clearance I got. I got about a 1/2 inch of clearance in front of it. It's real close right there. My thing can't focus right now. But there we go. But it clears, and I can get my plate, the cover plate on that easy, no problem. That's just 1/2 inch MDF, and I put a little bit of black silicone tube behind it. It's got a strength of 10 to metal, 10 to wood, so I think it'll be alright. Plus I got some sheet metal screws going through on the top and bottom. You can't see the top bottom ones right now, but it's on there. It's a really small amp. Obviously I have a Super Cab, so there's not a lot of room back here. But there's about 1/2 inch of clearance between the amp and the seat, so it'll be alright. And the back seat is not hard to get off. There's these clips right here. You just reach your hand up in there. It's kind of awkward if you've never done it before, but the clip just, you push the clip in, and I found if you push down on the top of the seat and push in at this, you'll feel it release, and then you can pull it up and out of it. So yeah, that's all I've got done so far. I'm gonna run my clean sweep will be mounted on this side over here, and all my cables will run in between. I'll probably use one of these bolts here for my ground. Clean sweep over there, running all my speaker wire along that side. Even for my right front door, I'm going to run it up and around through the dash, through here. And then, some people were skeptical, but I do not have the Molex connectors, as you can see, on my front nor rear. So it'll be a pretty piece of cake to pull new cable through there. I will be back later with how to take these door panels off the back Super Cabs. It's kind of tricky. It's not bad though, but I'll do a video for it. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Alright guys, Black Knight again here. Got some more stuff for my install today. Had a huge electronics store. Now I'm just taking the door panels off. The fronts are relatively easy. There's 2 screws on the bottom. A screw that goes in here and the screw that goes in here. You gotta watch this little thing. It fell off of my other door. And actually, you can see I had to cut a hole, and then I kind of so I could reach down in it, and then I had to tie it back together with zip ties, kind of, because tape doesn't stick. So just when you're taking the door panel off, you gotta watch this little, it's like a spring nut, I guess you call it, and it falls in. I'm gonna pull that one out while I'm working on it today. So back to the rear doors now. They're a little tricky because the seat belt is in there, and it's just a pain. But anyways, this panel right here, it's hard to see because of the light. Sorry. There's a panel right here, it pops off, and it just pops off, no screws in that part. And then there's this top part panel, which is, you can see it's hanging here. Pops out as well, but it's got hooks basically on the bottom that hooks in to the top here, and here, so it doesn't pull out. You have to tilt it back, fidget it around this guy, and then it pops off, but it's still kind of hanging on there. That's not good, whatever. It's kind of hanging on the seatbelt basically. And then there's a screw here, so I could focus. There's a screw here, and a screw here, and a screw there, and 2 screws here on the outside. There's little plastic things in them. You pop them out, and then there's 2 screws in there. I believe the size, they're 8mm or 6mm screws. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then of course you got to pop out your switch here, and then you don't have to. I don't think you have to pull these out. That's just the handle. You can kind of fidget the door. You can see it's not connected. You can fidget the door out and around it. But once you get all those off, you just basically lift up on the door and it comes off. And I'm going to go ahead and do that because I can't do that with one hand. Alright, so here's with the door off. And I lied. You actually have to pull the screws out of this, and it'll help. And then you have to fidget this out of the other panel. And I just put them back in for now because they were hanging right in front of the speaker. So I just put them back in while I'm working on it so I can have them out of the way. And yesterday I said I was running all my speaker wire through the channel on that side. I changed my mind. I'm only going to be running my speaker wire that's coming from a head unit through there back to my clean sweep, which I still don't have. And then for my outputs on my amp, these will go to these doors really easy. That one will go to that door really easy. And then for my front doors, I've decided to run it up and over separately to my right front, and same thing for my rear or my right left. I just think it'll be better instead of cramming every single piece of speaker wire into that one channel over there. So yeah. Alright guys, I'm back. I got my rear speakers installed, and I've got my cable running through my non-Molex grommets going back here. They go through these panels come off. They're not really hard, but they come off, and I fed it in a way that I liked. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem too much right here, where the power cable is right next to the speaker, but it should be all right. It'll cross it here too, anyways, and go into where it needs to go. And I got the same thing on the other side. You can see my my speaker cable coming down to here. And that's it for right now. I'll be back later. Alright guys, I'm back again after a long time, probably 3 or 4 hours. I got all the speakers taken out. You can see all the doors taken off. I got my tweeters mounted, got my crossover mounted right there. I like that spot because I'll be able to open it up looking into the with the switch panel. I can open it up and change the sensitivity on that crossover right there. So you can see I've got my new cable here run. One of these is the actual door. I've got them running through like just a cut I made. One's the actual speaker, one's actual feed for the door. You can see I got it running right there from this top panel. You can kind of see it in there. Maybe not. It's in there somewhere. but it goes all along the top. You can see it back there behind the, yeah, down, 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 and out to the amp. Okay. Okay, after fiddling around with the doors, I finally got them back on. They look pretty good. I like the placement of my tweeters very much. And like I said, my crossover is right there. So if I ever want to change the setting, there's a little switch on the side. Can go negative 3 decibels, positive 3 decibels in the middle. And it's right there. All my connections are right there as well. I don't know if I'm going to do more tonight, but I still have to run all 4 of my cables through this channel still. I think I might just do it. I gotta take the dash out, and yeah, got that door's done too. You can see tweeters on there too. So yeah, all right.